in the Bay Area, you know there's more to Asian food than chow mein and sushi. Lucky Rice is a national Asian food festival that combines authentic night market street food with innovative chef-driven dining. Here to demonstrate a couple examples of the kind of food and cocktails you'll find at this year's festival is Lucky Rice San Francisco host and celebrity chef Chris Cosentino. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
So, you know, one of the things we want to talk about is you yourself.
Okay.
Giving people a background. I have to read it off of this card because there's just so much that you've done. You're a winner of Top Chef Masters. You've appeared on the Next Iron Chef, on Iron Chef America, Best Thing I Ever Ate on Food Network. You've been at Rubicon, Chez Panisse, Nob Hill, Encanto, and you have a restaurant now called Porcelino.
Porcelino, correct.
And another one that hasn't even opened yet.
Hasn't opened yet. Soon to be Coxcomb, which is going to be in South of Market.
Okay, so that's who Chris is. And now we're going to talk about what Lucky Rice is, because actually it's quite an interesting event. It's a festival, and an Asian food festival that brings together like dozens of chefs and mixologists, and they're serving up authentic street food with chef-driven dining and cocktails, and it's all through this Asian sort of lens, as it were. So that's Lucky Rice.
That's Lucky Rice Festival, exactly.
That's taking place Friday, September 5th, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But okay, so now we know about you, now we know about the festival. How did you get involved?
Well, Sang Yoon from Father's Office and Luck Sean in Los Angeles has participated in Lucky Rice for many years, and he asked me to participate with the folks at Lucky Rice. And, you know, it's very hard to say no to your friends.
Right.
Right?
And you shouldn't.
And you shouldn't. So this is a great opportunity to kind of showcase how Asian food and culture really intermingles with all the other foods throughout the world.
Right.
And I think for me, you know, Encanto was an Italian restaurant, but we really focused on all different types of regions of Italy. But what people don't realize is the spice trade really did affect Italy. So back in the day, there was such things as ginger, galangal, all within Italian food. They used to be called ancient spices. But that came through the spice trade, through Asia. So it's not uncommon in Italian food, and you'll see the techniques all over the place. Okay,
well, I gotta, you're busy doing stuff, and people are wondering, what the heck is he gonna make? So you're gonna make something for us today called grilled squid, watermelon, and tomato salad.
Yep,
right?
But what I'm gonna do first, really quickly, so you can have something to drink while I make the salads.
Sure, and hopefully I'll remain standing.
You'll remain standing, I won't make it too strong.
Right.
So I'm doing a version of a gin and tonic, but with a lot more Asian influenced spices. So what I have is Thai basil, mint, lime, and a little sugar. Okay. And I've put that all in here, and I'm just gonna muddle it. Just take out your frustration. You wanna do that?
Sure.
You wanna take out, I'm sure you have some frustrations today. You can take it out. Why don't you just lay it?
But I have to do it on
do it right on the edge. Right? There you go.
Okay.
So you're pounding and you're bruising all those herbs, you're breaking them up, and you're making them really aromatic, right? So we have lime and mint, which is found in a lot of Southeast Asian food, and then we have Thai basil, which you would normally put on pho, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Good. Now we've got a nice mess here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It smells really great.
So I'm just going to break it up a little bit more. Do you like spice?
And this is a normal thing to do when you're making a cocktail. I mean, I don't watch bartenders that often, but
muddling, yes.
Yes.
I mean, am I a cocktail bartender? No, I'm not. So we got some ice here.
Okay.
Don't worry, I washed my hands earlier.
Thank goodness. And you said you're going to do your Tom Cruise impression.
Yes.
Of a bartender.
Of a yes, thank you for clarifying that. I like that. I like that you clarify that component of it. There's no over-the-head shaking. It's just going to be pretty straightforward. Okay. So now that everything's all muddled, you see I released all the juice, and I have that sugar in there. Going to add a little gin.
This is Bombay Sapphire East.
This is really unique. The Bombay Sapphire East has all the same botanicals that you would normally find in a gin, with the addition of a peppercorn from Vietnam, and then you have lemongrass. Wow. So it has a really unique flavor and scent. The botanicals for me are just amazing. I'm a ginaholic. Did I just say that on national news?
Did he say that?
That's really dangerous. So don't tell my wife. Yeah. Okay, so now I got a nice amount of gin in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just...
Couple ice cubes help break it up a little bit.
Something besides gin going.
There will be. We're gonna add a little Fever-Tree tonic.
Okay.
Okay. So it's gin and tonic, but I don't want to add my tonic in here because it'll explode. Because you got bubbles.
Right.
How does Tom Cruise do it?
I was gonna mistake you for him. I just thought, well, it's not it's got mayonnaise.
So what I'm doing with the ice, I'm just bruising all those herbs a little more, breaking it up. Takes on a nice green.
Yeah. It looks good so far.
It'll taste good.
All right.
My wife liked it. She had a couple.
And then she told you she loved you, I'm sure. Okay, well, we only have a few minutes, so
All right,
you're going to hand that over to me. And then
I'm going to hand over
you're
your
gonna do
gin and
the
tonic.
Salad.
I'm going to do this salad really quick.
Thank you.
Don't drink too much.
All right.
You're gonna have to taste. Okay.
Okay.
So watermelon and tomatoes, really beautiful natural pairing, both fruits. So I have just a whole variety of different types of tomatoes.
Oh, wow, this is dangerously good.
See?
It's like it doesn't even, it tastes like lemonade,
Exactly.
or limeade, as it were.
So beautiful, straight up, just some watermelon, some cherry tomatoes, some regular tomatoes, all different shapes. Okay, I like different shapes because it's going to showcase really beautiful on our plate.
And we'll be putting the recipe up on the website so people can see in terms of the amounts, right?
Correct, yeah. This is like more, this is how I cook at home, how I cook at the restaurant.
You just eyeball it?
I eyeball it. I'm glad I'm not a baker because I'm sure my baked goods would be horrible.
Okay.
Because it's more of a science, right? So,
And I want
tomatoes.
to show the audience, we want to tilt that there.
There we go. So we have just a couple different varieties of tomatoes, a couple different shapes. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a little bit of coarse sea salt.
Okay.
Coarse black pepper.
All right.
A little bit of Aleppo chili. So Aleppo chili was one of those spices that came along the spice trade. It's not classically found in Asia, but it has a really beautiful flavor. So a little bit of lime juice.
Okay.
Now the key is fish sauce.
Fish sauce.
So red boat fish sauce, it's the one that I like to use. It's an Asian fish sauce, right?
Right.
So there's a big debate on where did fish sauce come from? Did it come from the pre-Romans, the Etruscans, or did it actually come from Asia? Who helped each other out? Did somebody see it over there and bring it back, or vice versa? So this adds a lot of umami, which, you know, umami-rich foods are really traditional Asian foods, right?
Yes.
So tomatoes have a lot of umami. So I'm just putting a couple drops in there.
Are we going to be able to finish it in this segment? Because we are running out of time, I got to tell you.
This is the easy part.
Okay.
Okay. If you could hand me that plate next to you. So I have Thai basil in here.
And
This cilantro.
Yeah.
Notice how simple it is. This doesn't need to be rocket science. It's just toss in the herbs.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you have a son who's 9 years old. Is this something he's going to eat?
My son? Oh yeah, he eats vegetables every day.
Oh, he's
He
very
never
good.
questions the vegetable. He loves the vegetable. So you can
Okay.
smell really aromatic, really refreshing.
yeah.
So I'm going to reach across you and grab this plate. So
I won't be doing that at home.
you can.
Yeah, I could, and then everything would be on the plate.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Really clean. Now, what I have below is some pre-grilled squid. Look at that. Now, all this residual dressing, I don't like to serve my grilled squid always hot. So I pre-grilled a bunch of squid, and I'm going to use the residual dressing,
Oh, good idea, yeah.
okay? Because I don't want to overdress.
Yep. Can you show that, tilt that a little bit towards the, so,
That work?
yeah.
So it's just what's left in the bowl. It's like what weeped out of the tomatoes. Very simple. I did season these in advance with some lime juice and olive oil, salt and pepper before I grilled them.
Yeah.
But as you know, there's a lot of very classic Asian street foods that are cold seafood salads.
Oh, that looks awesome. Look at that. Okay.
So now you have your cocktail, and
yes, and I get to try it.
you get to try your salad.
I'm going to try a little bit before we go. And I'm going to try it after as well. Oh, it's good. It's delicious.
It's a really beautiful marriage. If you want to really kick it up the spice, you can take a little bit of Thai bird chilies and put those in there. You can use serranos if you can't find those, but I think that actually gives a little bit more of a punch.
Wow. Chris, thank you so much for
No,
being
thank
here.
you. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. If you want to experience yourself the Lucky Rice San Francisco Feast at the Bentley Reserve in San Francisco on Friday, September 5th, purchase your ticket now at luckyrice.com.